And now Bill Oddie, if he would. Well, Bill, 13 points the last time around on American jazz. You obviously know an awful lot about it. I thought you knew lots about birds and things. You obviously know lots about other things as well.
Well, I know about American jazz a bit. You know, it's a misspent childhood. And my excuse for knowing very, very little about general knowledge of the type that you consider to be general knowledge is that I spent most of my life in jazz clubs and drinking and stuff like that.
Well,
far too much. Don't give me any of those fancy-pancy novels or anything like that, because I haven't the faintest idea.
All about birds, then. Should we just ask you questions about birds?
If you could, yes, I would prefer that, yes.
Bill, you scored 13 points. You're number 2 at the moment. On your specialist subject, we now have general knowledge, so let's see how you do on that. 2 minutes, starting now. In tennis, which American player won the first of her 6 Wimbledon women's singles titles in 1966?
Billie Jean King.
Correct. Which station was opened in 1854 as the London terminus of the Great Western Railway?
Paddington.
Correct. Which former dictator who died in exile in Saudi Arabia laid claim to the throne of Scotland, promoted himself to Field Marshal and awarded himself the VC?
Pass.
In chemistry, the terms ferric and ferrous refer to which metal?
Iron.
Correct. The expression town drain for down train is an example of which speech error named after 19th century warden of New College, Oxford?
Malapropism?
Spoonerism.
Spoonerism. Which
country returned to Olympic competition in 1992, having been excluded since the 1964 Games?
South Africa?
Correct. I'll Be There For You, a hit for the Rembrandts, is the theme for which American television comedy series?
I'll Be There For You. Friends?
Yes. The Macpherson report published in February 1999 was an inquiry into the murder of which student in 1993?
Which I don't know. Pass.
What was the name of Peter Cook's raincoat-wearing park bench philosopher whom he brought to television on the Braden Beat in 1964?
Park bench, yeah, E.L. Whistler.
Correct. Who wrote the story for young people The Black Arrow, set during the Wars of the Roses and first published in 1888?
Pass.
What is the legal term for an order compelling a witness to give evidence before a court of law?
Subpoenaed?
Correct. Which actor played almost all of the Clump family in the 96 remake of the Jerry Lewis film The Nutty Professor?
Pass.
Which port and coastal resort in Suffolk is the most easterly town in Britain?
Lowestoft?
Correct. Which Dutch football club has the same name as a daring but slow-witted hero of the Trojan Wars?
Ajax?
Correct. Which ship used by Captain Scott on his first Antarctic expedition is moored on the Tay at Dundee?
Pass.
Which city in India officially became known as Mumbai in 1995?
Madras?
Bombay. Which common soft fruit propagates itself by means of the plantlets formed on runners during the summer?
Soft fruit, plantlets and runners. What lovely words those are. We can relish those words for a moment.
We can, while you think of the answer, yes. You don't have all the evening. I think probably I must demand an answer from you.
What were they, runtlets and stufflets? What were they? It was lovely words.
Can we get an answer? No, you can't have the question again. You've had lots of time to think about it. Can we have an answer, please?
With a soft fruit, I don't know, strawberries.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
You passed on 5, Bill. The ship Scott used was the Discovery. The actor who played all the Clump family was Eddie Murphy. It was Robert Louis Stevenson who wrote The Black Arrow. It was Stephen Lawrence, murdered, you know that now, of course, in 1993. And that infamous dictator was Idi Amin. So, you passed on 5, you had 13 points. You now have, Bill Oddie, 23 points. So, at the end of our general knowledge round, the end of the contest, let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 12 points, Julia Somerville. In 3rd place with 16 points, Jermaine Greer. 2nd place with 18, Charlie Higson. Tonight's winner of Celebrity Mastermind with 23 points, Bill Oddie. So, there we are. The name Bill Oddie goes on the Mastermind trophy. Bill, come and get it.
Thank you. Come and get it.
Bill Oddie Mastermind. Oh, congratulations.
Don't be ridiculous. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done, Bill. I hope you've enjoyed Celebrity Mastermind tonight. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye. If you'd like to be a future contestant on Mastermind, then please write to Mastermind, BBC Manchester, Oxford Road, PO Box 27, Manchester, M61SJ.
And the next Celebrity Mastermind can be seen on Friday at 8:25 here on BBC Two.